Back again. Sorry, guys. Sorry to interrupt the stream. Waiting for everybody. Might as well kind of clean this up a little bit. Hey, Kevin. Morning. Yeah. Good evening. In your case, morning, but good evening just the same. I found a puck. Check that out. We'll wait for a few more people to get here and I'll put that in. Northern Ireland. Yeah, well, this is just, I'm just getting the tank ready for installation here. And the one part that I'm missing are these inserts, which is no big deal. That's easy to do later. But I wanted to get the tank ready to go for installation when I actually get the other thing ready to go. But I need those darn intake the intake blocks. I don't have them. The ones that I have were junk. So yeah, the grip panels. Craig Stark. Craig, I haven't seen you on before. Welcome. So yeah, I got the puck here. I just wanted to show people. Hey. Two-stroke. Let's just put some stuff away while we're waiting for a few people to get here. Clean things up. Where did my impact go? Down here. Anybody have any questions about tools or anything like that? Craig Timmons had a new video over on his channel showing the tools, so hopefully I get to check that out later. Hey, David made it. Look at that. The #1 commenter on the channel, but he never makes his live streams. I'm just playing. Bird is going nuts. What's your #1 recommended store-bought tool? Oh, I love the question. You know, my knee-jerk reaction is a torque wrench. Yeah, the cordless impact has got to be up there in a top 5. Like, overall, what are nice tools to have, like top 5? I would say a couple of, there's got to be at least 2 cordless tools in there, and I think a cordless impact of some kind makes the cut. I do like my DeWalt. I pull lug nuts off with this thing. T-handle Torx and Allens. Yeah, yeah, they're nice. Um, so this happens to have a 1/2 inch drive here, which is really nice. My dad has one with a 3/8 drive. Would be nice for me to pick up one of those eventually as well. Um, put that on my Christmas list. That's that cordless impact has changed my life significantly. I would have to say that the other cordless tool are the Bosch tools, and I know that these have been improved upon. I'm sure that these have been improved upon. The magnetic parts trays. I do like my magnetic parts trays. Um, I'm sure that these have been improved upon, but the batteries do interchange. So I have my oscillating tool. I have this drill driver. This is just a driver really. There's no chuck on this. Um, I mean, you can get all kinds of stuff that runs on the same battery set, so that's really nice. I think this is a top 5 tool. Cordless impact. This cordless top 5 tool. You know, it's another torque wrench, 2 cordless tools, offhand. Gear wrenches. I love my set of gear wrenches, and I've got a good set. Here, I'll bring you guys over. It's a little disorganized right now, but I have. I love my gear wrenches, and really the best way to buy them is in the full kit. So up to this is I think this is inch, and that's 24 millimeter. And I think the only one that's missing in here is the 23, which probably nobody uses. But it's 22 straight down to 8 millimeter. So I love these, and I'm not even sure I've busted one yet. I think we intentionally busted one of the little ones just for kind of the hell of it, but I forget what we were doing. But I don't even think I've really busted one of these yet, and I do work them for brake jobs especially. Just love these things. So I would say that's top 5. Gear wrenches. Let me just look. Look through my tools here. I would actually have to say instead of the T handle Allens are nice, no question about that. But I like my long Allens that can be driven, 3/8 drive, and these come from Harbor Freight. The only one I've buggered is a ball end, and it was the little one, and I was using it on an impact setting. So you don't want to do that. But I've used these, the 5 and 4 millimeter on impact with all these bolts, the 4 millimeter bolts on the chainsaws, and they've been great. Just great. So right now, that's kind of my top 5. I like most of the tools that I have. I love that you brought it up because it kind of gets me excited to go again and just look in my toolbox. And since we don't have anything else to do, we can certainly do that tonight. Why don't we do that? Craig, the crank pulling tools. You got to think that they're up there somewhere, Craig. I do like them a lot. I really do, but I don't know if they're in the top 5. It's for me. So what do I have in here? So I've got some the little drive stuff. Again, little drive stuff. Weird stuff. Love this drawer. Yeah, 1184 is probably up there. I would say that my tools make my top 10. Um, just a cheap tap and die set, and you know what? They work great. Just my hand wrenches. Some extra change. Grinding. So my cordless Dremel, I really like it. It's been a great tool. I had to get it from Italy. They weren't selling it here in the States, but I did get it off eBay. eBay Italy. This is my nutty drawer. Three-eighths drive on the Allens. Usually my caliper goes here. It's like the Coke can trick spot. Coke can trick right here. 3/8 drive. Deep and random. Have to find those. Actually, I think I know where that one is. Don't know where the 18mm is. Picked that up for $10 at Tractor Supply one day. Barely used it, if at all. These do come in handy, by the way. So, 1/2 inch there, and then drive for the drill driver. And you know what? That works really nice if you're just trying to get stuff on in a hurry. Doesn't really tighten adequately. There's the gear wrenches, of course. Drill bits. Just kind of random drill bits. This is a bit of a randomness, but these are my variable reamers. Cool, huh? Variable reamers. More grinding, obviously a splitter. My randomness. So these are all like the crappy tools that didn't make the cut or whatever. So I've got them. You know what? They still work. More randomness. Again, this is just a lot of the tools that I need to pack up. This is a puller that I made. Channel lock crescent wrenches. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of goodies out there. And of course, over here, the bench. My T-handle's over there. You know what tool has been absolutely amazing? For the money, is the hosel splitter worth it, or is it just a huge headache? I think for the money, it's probably worth it if you do the modification that I did. If you don't want to mess with it, just get the Husky splitter, because if you get a good dealer, it's pretty reasonable. But I upgraded this with a 5/8 threaded rod here. I welded a nut on the end of it, or you could just double nut it. And just grind a tip on this end. And this is way, way more sturdy. I mean, you're not going to bend this. So you're not going to bugger this pretty much at all, no matter what. It was just this part that was a problem from China. So anyway, this Weller soldering station has been amazing. I think my grandfather pulled it out of a dumpster at work, and it works fine. I've used plenty of soldering irons, and like nothing beats this thing. It heats up fast, exactly as hot as you need it, every time. So, pretty cool. Got that set at Pep Boys. Just, it's been a pretty good set of screwdrivers. It was cheap too. And one of the tricks that I use at Pep Boys is that I get cash back on my Discover card, and I use that to buy gift cards at Pep Boys. So $20 of cash back gets me 25 at Pep Boys in gift cards, and then on top of that, if you get one of the Pep Boys coupons, $100 worth of stuff, you get $25 off. So for effectively $60 worth of cash back, you get $100 worth of stuff at Pep Boys. So, and it's no money out of my pocket. I've got all this stuff here. Check these out. These are the 268 pistons, which I was planning on cutting for pop-ups for you guys. And just make a bunch of 40,000 pop-ups, and maybe they'll work for you. Just an idea. Just an idea I had. But I'll tell you the real idea for the wintertime. Yeah. So the real idea for the wintertime here, and I just had this, was I got to work on a sharpener for the bandsaw mill. I have to DIY a sharpener for bandsaw blades. And it's just one of those projects that's eluded me. So I want to get done with these chainsaws, get them out, get them done, and get to that sharpener. If I can get to the sharpener, preferably without having to buy one, that would be awesome. How much for the 268 pistons? I was thinking of if I cut a pop up at like 40 thousandths and sold them, I was thinking of like $30 a shot shipped. But they're Mako, they're off brand, Chinese pistons, so you might want to put a caber ring in there or something. I mean, if I can get cabers in bulk, maybe I'll throw them in. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to make them. I want to cut pop-ups on them for you guys, just so you can literally toss them into 372s without having to deck the case. So Walt was experimenting with that. I know that a lot of other guys have done it. Um, I just don't know if whether the pistons or not. So the pistons are good or not. So the piston pin seems nice and firm in there, and some of the aftermarket the piston pins just drop right through. It's all loosey goosey, so you don't want that. Use a chain grinder. I can't. I need I need an uh, automatic feed so that I can literally sharpen the bandsaw blade while I'm outside milling. That's what I'm going for. I want to literally set it up, have it run for 20 minutes while I'm milling, and then be able to swap the blades or something like that. Oh, I'm very confident that this is going to be a tricky project, and that there's going to be plenty of experimenting here. But I hate having to send blades out to be sharpened, and I just hate throwing them out. I know a lot of guys do. Run them until they're dull and then toss them. And for the money, Cooks in I think it's Alabama, Cooks has them shipped at like 16.50 a piece if I buy them in a quantity of 10. So I mean, it's really hard to beat that kind of money for a bandsaw blade, but I still just hate throwing them out. I hate the idea of throwing them out. I would love to just be able to throw it on the sharpener, get another go out of it, rather than tossing them. Yeah, I know. Dinah has one. Cook's has their own sharpener. The Cook's Cat's Claw sharpener is $1,700. The Setter's another 1,700. The thing that I've noticed is I don't know anybody in Connecticut that actually has a bandsaw blade sharpener. I would love to find somebody in Connecticut that did, and it would probably be much more cost effective for me to have them sharpen the blades. But nobody has a sharpener. Check the Out of the Land channel. If I can, if I get to it. So busy. Too busy watching Walt. Yeah, Cook's has a sharpening service. Wood-Mizer has a sharpening service. Hell, I saw a Tree Monkey sharpening, so I might be able to send it to him. I don't know. But again, once you factor in all the shipping costs, it just eats into everything. Called Bucci in Bridgeport. Why they have a bandsaw blade sharpener? Am I buffering? Am I buffering? I'm not buffering. Okay. Take care. Well, you made it. That's great. Any of the cheap electric bench. John Kurt, any of the cheap electric chainsaw sharpeners? I have the cheapest one available, and it does work. It's not amazing, but it does work. It certainly gets it gets the, if you're going to take 20 goes to get it sharp, you might as well use the bandsaw. You might as well use the bench grinder at least to get it initially. Filter plug 503 600 401. So instead of using the green thing, which you just don't need on this particular saw, I'll do it like this. That's it. So let's see if this actually pulls vacuum. The plug is goes either way, pretty sure. Yep, that's good. Who knows? Might not even need the plug. It's probably a little extra insurance on there, that's all. Yeah, I watch trains go by and watch it. Yeah, I watch that too. Well, all you have to do is suck on the line, put a little WD-40 on there, and see if it disappears. So watch. See? Gone. Or obviously, you could use your midi vac instead of your mouth. But there you have it. William, I was just putting a tank together tonight, just to get this ready for the 394. I've got to get some next thing on this 394, I got to get the port work done, but I am not feeling it tonight. So what a mess, huh? I got to get this all cleaned off. We got to work on the top end, get it ported, and once it's ported, then put it down, assemble the whole thing here. But again, I'm not really feeling like it tonight. I gotta go upstairs and spend some time with the family. Junkyard, yes, the Harbor Freight sharpener. I had them sharpen a crosscut saw. In order to sharpen wood cutting bandsaw blades, you have to have a very specific automatic sharpener, and it's just rare that places have it. Take care, Larry. Have a good night, okay? All right. I better go. I gotta go spend some time with the family. Um, Probably the next thing to do is port work on that 394. Clean it up and get that head there and see if we can get it ported. So I guess we'll work on that next. I don't tomorrow night. I probably won't be on because I come home late from work. I know tomorrow's going to be a really busy day, so maybe Wednesday we'll work on that. That sounds like a good thing to do. Keen edge. Yeah, again, the issue, one of the issues, Tim, is shipping. When you ship bandsaw blades back and forth, you just get rid of all the money you might have saved, and you might as well have bought new. So just a thought. Hey, Brandon, Northern Tool Chainsaw Sharper 99 on sale. How is what plugged up? I'm gonna 19 people here. I gotta call it tonight, guys. I gotta go spend some time with the family. Thank you, everybody. And if anybody has any questions or any wants to ask me anything, here's my email. Connecticut Saw and Tool in Stratford. I'll look it up. Thanks, Ken. So I have to look up out of the land and Connecticut Saw and Tool. Okay. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a great night. Appreciate it. Take care. Okay. Be safe. Email me.